My brothers and my sisters, good night. Let me thank you for joining us this afternoon. Let me thank you for enduring the sun and now the rain. Let me thank you for standing up against what is wrong and putting your feet on the ground for what is right. You deserve to give yourself a round of applause. My sisters and my brothers, Pope Paul and many other popes, but the latest was Pope Francis. He said that we need a new type of politics, a politics that promotes dialogue and solidarity, a politics that gets rid of the magic theories of market capitalism, a politics that has failed the world, and the world needs a new politics. These were the words of Pope Francis. And in St. Lucia, we need a new politics. And that new politics must involve dialogue and consultation. And that is why a St. Lucia Labour Party government would never behave like the government of the United Workers' Party. The St. Lucia Labour Party government would consult with people when they ask for consultation. For the first time in the history of St. Lucia, the Bar Association, the Dental and Medical Association, the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, the Chamber of Commerce stood up and said to the government, wait. The Labour Party told them to wait. Everyone said, wait. You can do it differently. It's a new type of politics. It's a politics that wants to get rid of dictatorship. It's a politics of consultation. So he said to them to wait. But you know what? This United Workers' Party, they believe that St. Lucia is a kingdom and Alan Shasley is a king. So he has to decree and get his way. So they refuse to listen. And I'll tell you what, this United Workers' Party will do anything to stay in political power. So I'm warning you, next week you may hear something new about COVID. Next week you may hear something about COVID because we held our march this afternoon. But I am happy that you obeyed all the protocols. I am happy that most of you wore your masks, because when they come sooner than later and say something about COVID, you will know that they are lying and they are not speaking the truth as usual, my brothers and sisters. So my brothers and sisters, this struggle will be a hard one. It's a struggle against a government that wants to have their way regardless of what the people say. It's a struggle against a government that will do anything to stay in political power. And that is why we are inviting all men and women of goodwill. And that is why this afternoon on this platform, you had members of the United Workers' Party, card-bearing members of the United Workers' Party, who stood up and let themselves be counted and say, I stand for justice and I stand against what is happening in this country. And I want you to applaud and accept these members of the United Workers' Party who have decided to stand up against their party for the cause of justice, my brothers and sisters. I need you to give them a round of applause for me, please. Because they are standing up for their conscience. They know what is happening in this country is wrong. They know that you cannot use state power to go after one man. They know that you cannot allow children to go to school without laptops because you want to make a political point. They know that you cannot leave St. Jude closed and mash up 2 buildings, destroy 2 buildings, and trying to rush to build another one because you believe that you can fool people if you say you have a new hospital. But a new hospital is not a home. A new hospital must get accreditation, and no hospital can get accreditation in 3 or 4 months like what they want to do at St. Jude's. So the St. Jude's Hospital, as they rush to try to complete it, is another bluff, my brothers and sisters. And you have to stand up against that. You have to stand up. And this afternoon, the manifestation of your position was clear. You came in your thousands. You braved the victimization. You braved the vindictiveness. And you put your country first. And you put yourself first by showing Alan Chasney that you can stand up against him. And you must do that again. And this Labour Party will be ready to work with you to do that again. But, my comrades, it is not only marching will help us. We have to get together. We have to ensure that we get our ID cards. We have to ensure that we are vigilant against what they are doing or they may attempt to do with the voters list. I understand that they want to transfer people from one constituency to the other. You must be vigilant. But I have confidence in the electoral office. Watch them, my brothers and sisters, because they will do anything to stay in political power. This Labour Party is offering you a new politics. We are offering you a different politics. We are offering you a politics where you, the people, will come first. We are offering you a country where you will speak to your government and you will speak with your government, and we will do what you, the people, desire. That is the politics we are offering you in the St. Lucia Labour Party. We are offering a politics where the young people of St. Lucia will, for the first time in St. Lucia's political history, St. Lucia's political and economic history, will have a youth economy, my brothers and sisters. And they don't understand the meaning of the youth economy. They don't understand what a youth economy means. They don't understand that the youth economy means that the young people of St. Lucia will be able to convert their skills into business and their hobbies into entrepreneurship. They don't understand that. But we are discussing with the young people because we put the young people first, my brothers and my sisters. And that is why we are going, in our first budget address, we are going to allocate money towards a youth economy for the young people of St. Lucia. And if they don't like it, tell them, put it in the pipe and we are going to do it. And this Labour Party is accustomed of putting you first. This Labour Party is accustomed of putting your interests before the interests of foreigners and friends. That is why we gave, and we are in the process of ensuring that every child has a computer to go to school so that they can join the technological age. And when we get into government, I assure you, we are going to continue on this trend, because we believe that education is the great equalizer. Education is what will cause you not to allow Alan Chasney to fool you and bluff you, and as election time is coming, give you $500 to cut grass. Education is what will create social equality in this country. And when I see the scores of people from low-income households who have become doctors and engineers and professionals because of the policies of the St. Lucia Labour Party, I say the Labour Party always puts you, the people, first. And we are going to continue. We are going to continue on this trend because we have a group of men and women. Every man and woman on this platform has dedicated themselves to put you, the people, first. And when they can find nothing to say about us, they say labor fighting. My brothers and sisters, you think a man like Kenny Anthony, who has sacrificed his life for the people of St. Lucia, will ever want a UWP to get in power in St. Lucia? You think Kenny Anthony doesn't understand and doesn't know that the United Workers' Party is bad for St. Lucia? So my brothers and sisters, I am proud and happy, although I never had any doubts. I'm proud and happy that we have the experience and the wisdom of Kenny Anthony to help us in a government of the St. Lucia Labour Party. But the Labour Party is like a stream. So we have in our setup for these elections, we have men of experience. We have men who are ministers. We have men who are high commissioners. We have men who have held some of the biggest jobs in this country. So we have the men of experience. We have Alva, experience in external affairs. We have Moses, my brothers and sisters, the best agricultural minister in St. Lucia's history. And you see why that is true? Because Moses would never tell farmers he would send bananas to Matnik. And when the Matnik bananas don't come, they say because of short finger, long finger. Any finger must vote against the United Workers' Party, and in Babylon against Ezekiel, long finger, short finger. And we have Sean Edwards. And we have Sean Edwards, who was the first Minister of Youth Development. And you can see Sean's work in sports in St. Lucia, my brothers and sisters. You can see Sean's work in sports, my brothers and sisters. But we have a cadre of young, exciting men and women. We have a cadre of young, exciting men and women. Men and women who have made their contribution to their own lives. Their own lives have been success. And now, because of the success in their lives, they want to share with the people of St. Lucia. And that is why we have people like Dr. Virginia Albert Poyot on our slates. And to add to it, we have another teacher. Because my brothers and sisters, I have a particular love for teachers. Because my mother taught all her life. And I went to school. I'm a proud St. Lucian product. I went to school on the salaries of policemen and teachers. One policeman, August, and one teacher, Evelyn. That is what I went to school on. And that is why I will protect the interests of policemen and teachers when we get into government, my brothers and sisters. And we have Wayne Girard, young, has gone out and seen the world and are back in St. Lucia. But Pauline, Dr. Pauline, will create history in Choiseul because she will overturn the majority of Bradley Felix, my brothers and sisters. And that history is going to be performed. And to add to them, my sisters and my brothers, we have Joachim Henry. We have Gibeon, who is going to fight against. And I said to Gibeon, never believe that you cannot win an election against a prime minister. Never. Because when the tide is turning, and it will take everybody in the sweep when the tide is turning, my brothers and sisters. So that slate of candidates, you heard Kenson. You heard Kenson from Grosile. And you heard the passion and the desire in his voice. And to add to that, we have the experience of a global technocrat, a woman of substance, a woman of integrity, a woman of honor, Sister Emma Hippolyte, my brothers and sisters. And you add that, to add, you have another man who has worked in this country, who has produced in this country, and he is the candidate that will, for the first time in a long while, win the Dennery South seat for the St. Lucia Labour Party. My brothers and sisters, that is the team of young and women, led by me, your humble servant. I come to this politics only filled with love for the people of St. Lucia. I come to this politics being a proud St. Lucian, being a product of St. Lucia, being a man who was born and bred in St. Lucia. I went to school in St. Lucia, the RC Boys Primary School. Then I went to St. Mary's College. Then I went to the University of the West Indies. So I come filled with passion and desire to transform this country and guide away from the struggles of Alan Shasley. I will never betray you. I will never use you. I will always put you first, because you are of me, you made me, and I want to give back to you what you gave to me, my brothers and sisters. So the choice is clear. The choice is clear. You have a choice between honor, you have a choice between love for country, and you have a choice between Mama Guy and bluff. You have a choice between direct engagement, between dialogue, between consultation, and against that you have a choice of dictatorship and somebody who thinks they know everything. So I'm offering myself to you with the colleagues of the St. Lucia Labour Party, and I pledge to you that I always will put you first. I want to make education an equalizer. I want every child in this country to have the same opportunity with every other person, regardless of where they were born, my brothers and sisters. I want every child born, whether from a single mother or from a different household, to have equal opportunity, because I understand what education can do. My brothers, I want health care for all of you. I believe that health care is a right and not a privilege. I know many of you will not be able to afford to take a helicopter when you have dengue fever and go to Martinique for medical care. I know you can't afford it. So a Labour Party government will ensure that we bring back universal health care for the people of St. Lucia, my brothers and sisters. And we will complete the St. Jude Hospital. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for embracing the St. Lucia Labour Party and having patience with us. I want to tell you that this party has a plan. This party has a mission. But that mission is love for country. This mission is putting you first. This mission is about dialogue, consultation, and not dictatorship and vindictiveness. So I want all of you, I want all men and women of goodwill, I want all UWPs, I want everybody to join under this big umbrella that the Labour Party is offering, so we can ensure good governance to St. Lucia and bring St. Lucia back to a place where you, the people, will be first and foremost. I thank you very much, my brothers and sisters.